Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Farm. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I'm hoping my mic is clear because I've been getting complaints about my voice not becoming heard or not being heard. So I'm trying to put it closer. I want to talk into it more, but I want to make sure what I'm saying is being heard. So let me know if the mic check is okay. Appreciate it. But I'm out here doing what I do. You know how we do. I got a nice one for you today. I'm getting wiser by the what experience that I have in my daily life and knowing when my limitations, who I can and who I can't deal with. So let's talk about it. Writism, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question: do you know you? You went through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And two, might I be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about what's wisdom. Wisdom is knowing your limitations. I thought wisdom was being wise and knowing not. No. Again, I explain myself to you, grasshopper. If you slow down and let me get it out my mouth, knowing your limitations. That's wisdom. When I get done, if you don't agree, when I lay it out for you my way, let me see if you agree with me. I appreciate it if you do or you don't. Let me know what you think. You hear me complaining about my low views, and but I'm starting to understand. I was told a while ago, man, never mind that. Why? What you doing is, everybody ain't ready for that. I didn't see it that way. So, but I understand now. What I teach is not for the masses. Sorry. That's why I'm not gonna be mainstream. Ah, see, sometimes it takes a while for the bud to go on, and I get it. I don't like it. Again, stuff that I don't particularly care for. I don't see a certain way. When I got to see it the way it is, I ain't gotta like it, but I'm gonna see it the way it is and deal with it from that point of perspective, that point of view. So yeah, I ain't never gonna get a bunch of views. I ain't never gonna be. No, I'm comfortable. I'm good with that. So that ain't what my aspirations is anyway. So I'm not worried about it. But I don't like the fact that I really don't understand. I don't like it, but I do really understand what the experience for myself, what truth and understanding. So my wisdom is from my understanding things that it ain't what I think or I feel. It is what it is, and come to grips with that and realize it for myself through my experience. Yeah, yeah, they not ready. Y'all know this ain't for everybody. I come to realize that. So like my man K that say, y'all not like us. No, I'm not prime time. I'm not mainstream material. I'm good with that. All right. Now that that's out the way, let me explain to you about wisdom now. I see and I starting to realize why they say 85% of us are ignorant. I've been fighting that. Another one I've been fighting for y'all for, And I've been on your corner. I've been fighting like crazy for y'all. Why? We can't win at that number of us being not in the game. I'm a 5%er. Oh, I thought you wouldn't. No, not that nonsense. No, I'm 5% of the ones who know the truth. I know the truth, and I live it. I teach it, but it ain't getting to enough people, so it's making a difference. My little funky people, excuse me, I love all my right things, but that little bit of people, I ain't making a dent in nothing for real. This guy doing like thousands and thousands of people. We not like that, so I'm not even in that league. I know that, but what I got is good. So I'm not worrying about who's doing what who ain't doing. No, I'm sticking to my gun. So that's my thing. And I know what I'm doing is right. Just need other people to figure it out. But I know now, no, it ain't for everybody. So I'm good. What I have is, wait a minute, 85%. I got to get out that. I can't get out of that one yet. If 85% of us is ignorant, how can we change? We can't. That number got to come down. I've been saying that for the longest. If we can get it to 50, if we can just knock off 25% of that, whatever, but 85, we can't win that fight. My little 5% who know the truth, we can't get to you 85%. Why? Because they want to keep y'all the way y'all are. Y'all won't mess with us. The 10% who hosing you preachers and those guys, they doing it for business. They ain't doing it for you. You think they care a damn about you? As long as you keep bringing that money and they love you, yeah. Stop paying them. Oh, they ain't love. Yeah, you pay their bills. And they ain't giving you nothing but a bunch of lip service and BS. But y'all don't see it that way. So, again, I can't help you if that's what's going on. I'm seeing it for myself saying, oh, Lord. So, I thought teaching right thinking would help people change their life. I'm all excited. 10 years in this game, I'm like, what the hell? Sorry, Lord. Yeah, I took the job. I took it. Still doing it. Still love it. But what I see that ain't gonna do with my job, we ain't doing better for ourselves as a people. 85% ignorance. I can't stand that number. I can't stomach that number. We can't get in the game at that number. What I have, and I know, is advanced knowledge. So that 85%, I can't put a dent in that. Why? Y'all ain't gonna pay attention to me. Y'all ain't gonna understand what I'm trying to do. And that's the sad part. Why? They know that. They made it that way. So if I'm wiggling. I'm persistent. I ain't giving up. No, by no long stop. But I'm just saying what I see. I can't address the point. I can't change, but a little bit. So my old man told me, if nothing else, he told me a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. So the little bit that I'm making a contribution to helping out, that's what I'm doing it for. That guy. Okay, them. Everybody else, I can't help you, man. Moving on. I'm trying, but you got to do that. I'm the mountain. You got to come to me. Knowing who you can teach, first of all, and not teach. From what my experiences, that's what makes me wise. At one time, I wanted to educate the world. I wanted to enlighten the world. I'm going to change the world. With that ego tripping or what? I just out my damn mind. I'm Elmer J. Fudd. I want to mention the yacht. But my goal is to help somebody. And at this point, every day, I help somebody. That's my job. That's my mission. That's my goal. So it don't say how many somebodies. Somebody. And when that thing say one view, okay, that lesson, somebody got it. And the more people get the lessons, the more I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Why? Until that thing say zero, that means nobody gives a crap. So as long as you can, I'm in the game. Okay? As long as you tuning in, I'm in the game. That's my name. That's my goal. My knowledge of self and a lot of other things that I can talk about means that I can teach others how to reach the next level. I can go from 8 to 80. Blind, crippled, crazy. Why? I know what I'm talking about, and I can bring it down, or I can take it up. I got it like that. So that's the whole point. I don't pick and choose who I teach. I know who I can't teach. That's becoming wise. I'm getting better at that. If I got you from nursery, okay, I got grandkids who I've been teaching for the last 78 years. Okay, they know Pop Pop, and I give them little bits. No, just little bits. Okay, they know about the pyramid. They understand super few things. I give it to them, and they young kids. So we working. But I get you from the nursery to PhD level. I got professors in their field teaching them what they don't know. Okay, they know what they know, but I know what they don't know. Moving on, that's knowledge. Okay, that's wisdom. Well, I got the experience and I got the understanding. When I give you PhD level knowledge, information, it ain't for everybody. I can teach at any level. Okay, why? That's what self mastery is. I can bring a child or an adult. Don't make a difference to me. I can teach. I talked to my mother the other day. She said, "Boy, you got that thing," and she's 86 years old. And I listened to her tell me her story, and I'll just break it down and simplify it, give her a synopsis from a different perspective. She said, "Boy, you get it." Yes, I do, Mom. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I listen to everything you say, so it's funny. So I know I got that level, that range. All right. If you had a good teacher and certain things, he was the best. Now, that thing he gave me, I got one coming at it. Yeah, he had it. He had it. But again, just like I tried to tell you in Star Wars, Darth Vader had it. What did he do with it? Luke used the Force. My man was a bad man. But he just used it for his purpose. I, in other hand, use my powers. I know, mojo, whatever you want to call it. But I use it for what I learned to be what they call a more noble and glorious purpose. Noblemen conduct themselves and carry themselves like that. That's the nobility part that I got. And what? Noble and glory. My glory comes from what? Doing the right thing. I'm blessed. Why? Because God see me as a good dude and he's blessing me for being that. So I use it for that purpose to earn favor and help others. Duh. And if that's what you profess, that's what you should do. I don't do nothing else. That's all I do. Yep. Yep. You help. Yep. Yeah. Devoted to in teaching. That's it. You got something else? I ain't interested. Moving on. All right, let me get the thing out of here. But and again, if you had a good teacher and you was a good student, that means you learned well. So you should do well. And if you choose to teach, you should teach well. I got these guys right here. I was taught by the best. You got John Henry Clark, you got John G. Jackson, and you got Yusuf Ben Yakinen. All three of those are masters in their field and their craft. Those who I was taught by, and I'm working with my man Mutai Ashby now. But those are my early ground. I'm doing my man Browder wrote the book, but he used these guys as references. I use the same thing. So yeah, when you study and you learn and you practice, you can talk all the talk you want. You know what you're talking about. That's all from experience. All my life, going back to Prop One of football, I taught whatever it is I was doing. Selling drugs, loading UPS trucks, teaching right thinking. I teach whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna give it to somebody. Why? It's useful. If you got skills to pay the bills, pass it on to somebody else. But the Masons make you pay for it. I said, dude, I seen him, do his thing. So I'm like, but I caught him out there. Moving on, but he knew some things. My thing is, my son's not a Mason. I wouldn't advocate him being a Mason. I wouldn't mind him being one. Why? Then I can talk to him. But other than that, I wouldn't have spent. I don't mean waste your time with that nonsense. Okay, what? Been there, done that too. Things that I don't steer you to, what? I mean, it ain't good for you. Things that I try to get you to go, that's what's good for you. Moving on. As a parent, that's what I did. So I knew that a long time ago. All right. But I take pride in teaching those who want to be taught. I don't have to waste my time arguing. I don't do that no more. Man, I used to get everywhere I went, I'm arguing. Man, I don't do that no more. All right? Why? I only talk to those who want to be taught. And those who do, they prosper in their life. I give people life advice. What? To help them in their life. To help. Sorry about that. Segue. Life advice should come from somebody who had what? Life experience and lessons that they can what? Passed on from their knowledge and their own experience and how to what? I teach you life lessons, so you have to learn how to what? Know thyself. The goal is to that's thyself. But we put it to you symbolically again. Some people don't get it, some people miss it. Know thyself. You need to know who you are. They say our memory is white clean, but I say we get a fresh conscience, so that don't work for me. But they said you signed a soul contract, you're sitting back here. You can say what you want. My discernment saying, okay, when that thing where you go in this and out the other, if I don't stop it, it's just what it's gonna do. Go in and out. I ain't waving at no space in my mind. I'm not wasting time with that nonsense. Okay, so you can say what you want. And we're in the information age. So you got information about a whole bunch of stuff. But what proof do you have? I don't give a damn about information. I need useful information. That's what I get. What I tell you, you can use. What I give to you, you can use. I ain't just giving you a bunch of information. No, that's a lot of people got a bunch of that. But if your discernment ain't sharp, you will go for the okie doke. All right, let me get it on. We all have to have our own life experience. The I, the ego, the individual, that's you. Okay? You can't kill that. You corral it. I hear a lot of people, and I say, ooh, no, don't kill the ego. To a degree, the death of it, they say that, but that means you killed it. No, I want it to serve me. I want it to be there when I need him. Why? Because he's a hell of a fighter. And if you can conquer him, you got everything else beat. Why? He's on your side now. Yea, as I walk through the valley of evil, I shall feel no evil. Why? I got the baddest man in this damn land with me. That's the concept. That's God. Who was better than God? And you in the devil's domain. So you need to have what? God with you. Come on, man. Don't wait to get to die, go to heaven till you get to God. Get to God before you die. So that's being a better person. Why? You doing devilish stuff, that make you what? Do some righteous stuff, and you'll be rewarded for that. The devil don't give you nothing. Not a thing. A bunch of promises. Say a bunch of dreams. All right, but we all have to have our own life experience. Dr. Clark, no exceptions. Simple. This is life. Once we become a player, learn the game. Why? You get one shot at it. Make it count. They say in basketball, you miss every shot you don't take. In life, if you don't take the shot, you'll never know. Would you or wouldn't you? Could you or couldn't you? You won't know. If you live your life not knowing, that's the perfect way to what? Reincarnate. All right? Trust me. But in life, everybody have to have his or her own experience. What? To learn life lessons. No exception. Learn from your experience. Be it good or bad. If it's bad, you don't want to do it again. I learned when I went to prison. I ain't doing this again. I can tell you that. Well, they all say that. Yeah, all right, that's why I didn't say it. I did it. Why? Don't mean a damn thing. I knew that then. I got 40-some odd years with that nonsense. Not doing it. So I'm doing better now. What? On this side of good. I spent the first half of my life doing bad. Following that guy. Moving on. All right. I told you I left college to what? To go help with the family business. The illegal family business. I got in the drug game. The wise man or woman only speaks wisdom from what? From their own experience. When you see me doing this, doing those experiences, I can rely on. I'm using them as what? Past experiences of what? Only bad things. Why? It wasn't good. I can tell you that. I use it for that purpose. I keep it there. Why? To remember, my man, yeah, we wasn't knowing, no. We was bad guys. Moving on. But when you speak, you only can speak from your experience. I read a lot of books. I got a lot of knowledge, but I don't speak from that. I speak from my experience. The books speak for themselves. You can get it and read it yourself and get the, oh, I wouldn't get the same thing, but you can do the same thing. Read, understand, comprehend it, and then practice it. I'm just giving it to you audio. You can listen, hear it, understand, and then you still got to practice it. The pastor give you the sermon. He tell you all that good stuff, but you what? Still got to practice it. Moving on, see where I'm going with this? My wisdom came from my experience. In what? Life. Books I learned from that I use to do what? Do just that. Learn from them over a period of 30-something years now. I've been doing this for a while. That's my point. And I'm just getting started at this point, at this level where I'm at to teach it. Well, I was learning. I spend more time learning. I got more student time than I do teaching time at this point. How about that? Okay, so understand that I ain't just come out the box. I'm teaching. No. I went the old-fashioned route. There is no amount of degrees for the wisdom that I achieve. Masons, I smack you around. PhD college, I smack you around. I don't give a damn about none of y'all. Not a bit when it comes to knowledge. What? I have that. What of self? See, self-knowledge trumps all that other stuff. That's why you can know a lot about this, a lot about that. Yeah, I know a lot about a lot of stuff. I know more about me. Can you say that? And if you can, that means we equal. That's all. That's all it means. Okay. Yeah, I respect you. At that point, yeah, you show me you okay. I'm a falcon. Can you fly as high as I can? You up there with me? We good. I told you when I found God, my best friend was there already. Not him, my pastor. No, my man. No. If I had a little joke, I gotta tell you this one. If I would have met my man in the spirit world, I would have freaked out. Why? I'm in hell. this dude, oh hell no. Take me back. I know what this is. No, you do. Well, every now and then I got to get you. But if you were the object of his affection, he would ride you, man. He would ride you. He'd spur you. He put the spurs and kick you, and he make you buck. But he was that type of dude. So every now and again, I have to poke him back now, since he can't do nothing about it. When my brothers jumped him for his birthday, he went and got his gun, so he can't take ribbon too well. All right, he's a Leo. All right, but what I got ain't no degrees for this. All right, you can what? Whatever. There's no degrees for what I achieved. Wisdom that you learn. I learned this from studying. Yeah, but I lived it and I learned and I lived. So I put it together and know what it earned me? Blessings. My degrees, when I do, is gave to me on a daily basis and blessings, rewards for being what? A good person, doing good things. You get those things? Okay, I know people who do. Okay. But if you get old and you have no wisdom, know what that make you? And this is a lot of y'all out here, old fool. If you don't have enough knowledge and wherewithal about life that you done live to help or to advise somebody, you a fool. You didn't learn nothing in life. You just lived and didn't learn nothing. Can't respect that. Ain't no fool like an old fool. It's okay to be young and dumb, but to be old and foolish, that's not a good look. And a lot of times, y'all fools don't get old. So, they fall through the cracks, though. Excuse me. All right. I'm wise. And I remember being young, I was wise beyond my years, but in the wrong way. Yeah, and I know a whole lot of bad. I knew bad real good. So, and good wasn't even in our household. So, I'm wise from my experiences, from practicing what I learned. even the bad stuff. I practiced that. I learned that. So I put that in my pocket and went to start trying the other stuff. Why? Because I ain't doing this now. No, I ain't put that to rest. I ain't doing that no more. Selling drugs? No, I'm done with that stuff. All right. But yes, I read a lot of books to obtain knowledge from different perspectives and different people. So I use experience from my reading. I practice what I read and have my own experience. That's where my wisdom comes from. What I read, what I live, what I experience, I know what I'm talking about. When I talk, my grandmother, one of the wisest women I know in my life, why? She taught me a lot of things about life. Life, okay? Stuff that your elders teach you that they supposed to. They give you the real skinny. Me and my grandmother were like that. So I got wisdom from my elders. Okay, I got experience from people who loved me and gave me what they knew, gave me what they had. Like the mojo. This is all I got. Okay. My man gave me what he had. I took that too. I take whatever they was giving me, I took it. And I used it. That's the difference. Even the bad stuff. Oh, yeah, I told you I did it. But from my grandmother, who was wise beyond, who helped me through my life, and from her, then I put the experiences. I told you when I started selling drugs. She said, "Grandson, I hear you carry a gun." I said, "Pull it out." Yeah, Granny. By the time I got about 5 or 6 gold chains around my neck, Tutankhamun style back then. So big coat, fur coat, pocket full of money, drugs. I'm walking around. I'm Big Willie. I'm fast like that. She said, "Well, you carry a gun?" I said, "Granny, yeah." That was around Thanksgiving time. Now my grandma get the best gifts. Okay, for Christmas she bought me a holster. That a wise lady or what? She knew what I was doing. She understood and know who had my stash. My grandmother. Love you, Granny. But yeah, you get your knowledge from wherever you can get it. That's what my point about that. From somebody who experienced it. All right. If you're get out, okay, I realize, yeah. Okay, right now, my grandchildren, they get what? Knowledge from Pop Pop. Whatever else they want, fine, but they get their little education first. How you doing in school? Just remind you that. I get the same spiel every time. They know what's coming. Yeah, and they get used to it. Why they understand. Okay, my concerns is your school grades and how your discipline at home is. Everything else, okay. But if you're playing and participating, let Pop know why I'm the biggest fan. Okay, they know when they playing. Oh, Pop is there. I don't give a crap about sports at this point, but when my grandkids playing, I'm all in. That's the difference. But I bring something to the table, and that's what makes the difference. They light up like light bulbs when I see them. I love that. And if you got grandkids and you can't offer them life lessons because you didn't learn, you don't call yourself. Don't stop. Don't even. Why? Just a waste of your time. You ain't giving them nothing. Moving on. I don't preach to my grandsons. Nope. Philosophize every now and then to a degree, but I do teach. Again, philosophize them about what? Life lessons that I'm trying to get them to understand, do what they need to do for themselves. You doing things you want to do? Yeah, cool. That's it. I'll stop right there and I'll let them do their own thing. All right. I know how I can. My wisdom tell me how far to go. I know when I can drop a few jewels, timely advice and wisdom on them, and when I to just leave back. Or when I see bad kids, I'm not wasting my time. I don't do bad kids. Why? I ain't wasting my time with them. Ain't my job ain't to raise them. My job is try to give them advice. My job ain't to discipline them, so I don't deal with bad kids. Let me take it. Jesus Christ. I ain't had that much time. I'm running up at them out today. All right, let me wrap this up. Wisdom. Now I know just who I can give knowledge to and who I can't. Why? I'm wiser. I ain't just out here trying to. Nope. I can see now, okay? And my man, I can see clearly now. Why? I know who I'm dealing with. Knowledge from experience. If I don't conversate with you, if we ain't talking, it's because what? I can't either teach you nothing And I know you can't teach me nothing, and I'm not going to waste my time with those kinds of people. So we won't be talking. Simple. If I can't teach you, you don't want to learn from me, we ain't got to talk. Friends, family members, I don't give a damn who you are. Again, I don't pick and choose that. Could care less. I do love talking to young people who got their heads on straight, who listen when you talk, who question what you say, who ask good questions that let you express it and can talk to them when you know they engaging now. I love that. I love that. That's my best time. And I don't get that enough either. And to be young people that I can't find a friend to talk to. Can't find young people to teach. Calm down. I'm still looking. I ain't stopped. No, I'm not. You don't know me. I don't stop. Trust me. And I love talking to young people with their head on straight, who with the desire to what? Better themselves. Those the ones I want to give life advice to, because those are ones going to implement it. I got a nephew, love that guy. He always takes Uncle Mark's advice. And he always come and say, Uncle Mark, I just said, Uncle Mark, thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving on. When you can help a young person, that's what elders do. I'm 60 something years old. If I can help a 20-something year, 30-year-old kid, I'm good with that. Don't know who you are. Okay? But that's what it's all about. Helping somebody else. And they don't owe me nothing. No, no, no. Just take it, use it, and appreciate it. That's it. And I even teach old heads who thought they had it together. Okay? But really didn't. I don't knock them for that. I just give them advice and try to tie it in with what they thought and what they did and try to make it work so they can go on by the bend and do it better this time out. That's teaching. Again, old heads, kids, I don't care who you are. I got life lessons for you. Moving on. But if you don't want to do better for yourself, ain't nothing I can do for you. I got family friends who always talk that talk and been doing it their whole life. They ain't did nothing but talk that talk. I don't talk to them. Why? The talk ain't changed. It's the same talk. Wasting my time. Moving on. If I came here with the same thing every day, would you really tune in? Would you give a crap? No. So at my point where I don't listen to the same nonsense. Sorry about that, getting personal. Wrap it up. Take it home. But if you fall, if you fall of you, meaning if you full of you, you full of you, your ego self, aka shit, you full of shit, I won't waste my or your time. Well, I ain't giving you time of day. So I ain't gonna waste neither one of our time. Well, I'm bailing out. I ain't gonna give you nothing. I'm a ghost. Alright, as they tell you. But I'm getting, and this is the thing that brings a smile. I'm glad I could end up on this note. I can see, I check my numbers. I'm getting more young right thinkers by the weeks. And I appreciate you, young people. Get your friend. Bring a friend. Why? Tell them this is my man. Oh, in that comment, yeah, I hope you are a young person. I look like your grandfather. I got grandkids, so I ain't bad about that. But if pop cool, that's good. But I don't mind teaching young people. I love you. Hope you tune in again. I'll be back and got to go. Right thinkers. May you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I know my right thinkers who now understand wisdom is what? Knowing your limitations, who you can and cannot teach, what you know. I got to go.